Okay, so in this recording, I would just like to just address the fact that I have trouble taking people's suggestions. And no, I'm not going to go into the whole entire details of why this is. But just if you listened to my last recording on me on how I can be a bit too self-centered or focused on my own ideals or my own interests and what I like to do. If you watch that one, then you will know that when it comes to my focus and my ability to cognitively do stuff, I can be a bit too directly focused on things, especially if it's my own interests, like game design, for instance. So if somebody were to give me a suggestion on you should try this for game design, you should become a game designer one day, it could be a really sustainable job for your future. It will give you this much revenue. You'll become very super rich. This, that, and the other, and it will give you these other skills. Then I'll probably take that suggestion to be the one and only truth. And it'll be hard for me not to take that as the truth because, well, I see game design as my God-given purpose. So, pretty much, I'm just gonna, take what you said and throw everything else out the window. When all you were saying, when all you were trying to do, right, or that professional game teacher, right, all that teacher was trying to do was they just happened to be in a good mood, a good groove that night, and they probably saw, I'm such an experienced teacher, and I just really want to help kids learn. And so then they had the motivation to just give me that suggestion as a small, you have the choice to create some games, if that's what you're thinking of doing, little kiddo, not anything else. Just like you have the choice to get up at 9 a.m. this morning, or you have the choice to go stay with this family member during spring break, or you have the choice to make a drawing rather than make music, today or something. That's what people mean by giving suggestions. And something else is when people know me very well, if I have a close friend of mine, even if we're cool, and we like each other for who we are, if I'm doing something that is not the best thing and they suggest, or they're okay, nah, you should definitely not do that anymore, then that's when I should take that as the truth, right? That's probably when I should be okay, now I'm dropping everything. This is probably a big priority for today, that I cut off this act that I'm doing. So that's not so that this is an issue for me though, because it's very difficult for me to cognitively know when people are suggesting for me to try something out in my life, and when people are actually telling me what is best for my rep and for my best interest, morally or something. It's hard for me to know that, because all I hear is, you should do this, you should do that, no, do this. What are you doing? What's wrong with you? Why would you even think about doing that? And a lot of it is based on people's opinions too, because it's a lot of it is if people are in a certain groove, then they'll give you this suggestion that has nothing to do with you. Oh, Clive could go join track someday. I don't know about that. I'm sorry, woman. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. Or oh no, stop that right now, Clive. And I'm just wait, what? Wait, was it that bad? And it's no, it wasn't that bad, but still, I really don't like it when you're about to do that. And it's oh my God, bro. It can be a really big issue. And then especially like like people telling you like this, that, and the other paired up with your personal um like connections to each of these situations, it just makes things super extremely difficult. And karate is probably the biggest example of why this is an issue for me, because if a sensei tells me I should work on something, it means I should work on it. And if I don't work on it or make a plan off of it, then my aunt will be mad at me. I might lose my black belt reputation. And that's like a big like dishonor to my whole name. If I can't do that, and if I can't keep up with my black belt needs, then who am I? Why would I even have a black belt? What is wrong with me for like, not doing what I need to do as a black belt? But now I'm starting to realize that, okay, well, if I really am skilled, or like or if something really does stick with me, no matter the reason, we don't got to get into the history lessons, my life story, who cares? If something really does stick with me, like my knack for making music now at this point in time, or my, if something does stick with me and it's also something that I'm skilled at, then that's when I know for sure this is something I know I must do. This is something I have the choice to control. It's my own voice. It's my own melody. I can control the chords. I can control the notes. Nobody can tell me that I'm supposed to do an F major or a D minor. Nobody but me can tell myself that. And if anybody wants to stop me, then clearly they don't want me to try anything new or learn. Or they just, they're just stuck in the history lesson and can't get out of the mustard, So this is like, and then if I'm doing that and I'm good at it, then shoot, that's my lifestyle. And then, of course, there's no need to worry about any suggestions all the time and run back and forth considering whether they're the truth or not, because I'm doing what is right. So